Hi, I'm Brian. I'm back. I'm making more videos, and that's the thing. Okay, today the topic for the video is going to be honest uni choices. I was going through this just like a year ago. Actually, it feels like it was forever. Actually, it was more than a year ago because we were kind of doing it since the second you get into sixth form. It's just like, oh, what unis are you going to get to? What job are you going to do? And there's so much that you have to think about. And I'm just going to try to break it down and tell you some things that I wish that I knew when I was making my uni choices. Actually, some of these things I did know, but can't hurt to hear it twice. I would say first things first, when you go into A-levels, it might be too late for some of you who are watching this, but make the right choices. Choose subjects that you like. I know from GCSE it can be really difficult to kind of gauge what you like because it's just like you have so much that you're doing. But I would just recommend spending some time and just figuring out what you actually like out of those subjects and what you like doing. I know for some people that like they had aspirations going straight in, like from a child they're like, I want to be an accountant or a doctor or something. There's more aspirational ones as well, not just accountant and doctor, but as an Asian those are the only ones I can recall. But yeah, so yeah, people have things that they're aspiring to do from a young age, and so for you people it's really lucky, and I doubt you'd be even watching this video. But yeah, so pick subjects that you are interested in, subjects that you actually really like, and it will make things so much easier. At A level it's never going to be 100% easy, but it's just so much easier to force yourself to do something that you will eventually warm up to do than force yourself to do something that you hated anyway. The second thing I would say is uni is hard no matter what you do, whether you're doing art or English lit or whatever, you know, every single subject is really hard, and it's not like when you were in lower school and it was just like, oh, this is just the easy subject that they make us do, this is just PE or something. It's actually really difficult when you get to uni level, so you know, you might as well just do what you love instead of forcing yourself to do something hard anyway. Either way it's going to be difficult, so just do what you love. The third one is going to sound really kind of boring, but consider the future as well, because going into uni you're putting yourself into so much debt and you're putting yourself through so much trouble, like it's so difficult and all of that, and yeah, it'll be worth it once you graduate, but it's just so much that you're putting yourself through. And just think about, what is the end goal? What can I get out of this when I'm done? And also think about your kind of career aspirations in the future and your life aspirations in general. What kind of life do you want to live, and will this degree help you towards it? I know it sounds really kind of depressing, but at the end of the day that's something that we have to think about as well, and it's just sad. I'm sorry. Also, listen to people who advise you on things, so your teachers, your parents, your friends. Listen to what they've got to say. They might have family members at a uni, or they might have gone to the uni themselves. They might just have some more knowledge on that uni, so it's worth listening to them, but take it with a grain of salt. Don't let yourself be influenced by something someone says, because at the end of the day everyone's experience of uni is different, and you don't want to end up almost relying completely on what someone said about the uni. And plus it's your life, so if you end up saying I'm going to listen to them and they give you what is great advice for them, it might not be so great for you. The next thing I would say is look into unis more deeply. That sounds really kind of abstract, but I would say on UCAS there is a breakdown of the course, and it says this year we do these topics and this year we do these topics, and it's good for you to look at the topics, and at least for first year, look at the topics and say, do these topics sound interesting to me? Because at the end of the day, you can't like all of the topics, let's be honest. But if you like at least like 10, no, more than 10, if you like at least 25% to 50%, ideally it would be better to have like 75%, but hey, if you like a good amount of those topics, then you could look forward to those, and you could use those to kind of push you forward throughout the year. And also looking at it is important, because then you'll know if it focuses on that specific section of a career that you want to go into. So say, for example, if you were doing I don't know, engineering or something, and you wanted to go into design, and so you could look into the kind of course breakdown and see, does this actually go into design at all, or should I start looking into another topic or another course? Also, one thing that I will tell you, when I was looking into my kind of uni life thing and looking at my uni choices, I didn't even consider a social life, because I was like, I mean, I'm not that boring, but still, I just didn't think about a social life having enough of a thing for me, because I was just like, you know what, I'm there to study, that's all I'm going to do. I don't care if I don't socialise that much. I'm here to study, so it'll be fine. But when you spend so much money on uni, like nowadays, there is barely anything that would make you want to actually go to uni, because there's very little in terms of reaping benefits for it, because now you can get jobs without uni degrees, and there's so much debt that you go through. So uni life is a big part of it. I mean, like, when you do other courses, you can get qualified equally, but it just doesn't have the same social aspect to it. And so I would look into it, but I would also say, think about the location of your uni. So when you're looking into your uni on a website and comparing how the social life is, I would look into where it is in comparison. And so say if you were in a London uni and they had a bad social life, so the student union didn't really organise much, be aware that there are tons of other unis around here. So there's student things going on at just other bars and other clubs, so there's always that aspect of things. Another thing that I should say, which would be that big named unis don't matter. Well, actually they do matter. They become big name unis for a reason. But like with like Russell groups and everything, it's good to go to them, but at this stage you all know that ranking is more important. And so yeah, go by ranking, because even for a certain subject, a uni that doesn't have such a great, it doesn't have like a great reputation, it could be really good for your subject, and it could do very well for your career to have a uni that does that. Also, think about the travel or the commute to it. I mean, if it's far away, think about that one trip that you would have to make every couple of weeks or something, and think about whether you're willing to make that as often as maybe your parents would want you to do it. And if you're at a close uni, think about everyday commuting, how much would that cost? More importantly, how much would that be a strain on you daily? Like, I know when I was at high school, I would come back from my half an hour journey and be like, oh, I'm so tired. It wasn't even half an hour. And now it's like full hours in packed trains and things. And it's just so much more tiring, and you need to think about how much of an effect that would have on you. I mean, I know there's only so much that you can do about that. You can't really be like, oh, I mean, when you live in the middle of nowhere, you can't really do anything about your unis, and I wouldn't let that influence you too much. But there is that aspect to think about. Do think about, you would have to travel back at some point, no matter where you live. And finally, think about accommodation. So if you do live far away and accommodation is something that you definitely have to do, think about accommodation straight away. Like, don't go to the uni day and then when they start talking about it, then think about accommodation, because that's something that you need to start thinking about beforehand and preparing for beforehand as well. It's good to be prepared beforehand for everything, so just stick with that. I hope these tips have helped you, and I hope you will be able to make an informed and good decision at what uni you want to go to, and I hope you get into the uni and enjoy the uni life like I am, sitting in my room making YouTube videos. Okay, bye.